Ukraine's leadership is at a crossroads. President Volodymyr Zelensky, once a symbol of defiance, faces internal and external pressures that are reshaping the country's future. A key challenge comes from within. General Valerii Zaluzhnyi, the former army chief. Once Zelensky's closest military ally, he is now viewed by many as a political alternative. The war with Russia, now in its fourth year, has strained Ukraine's military, economy, and alliances. Russian advances continue, testing Ukraine's resilience. While Zelensky spearheads diplomacy, Zaluzhnyi led military operations, gaining public trust as the architect of Ukraine's battlefield strategy. Meanwhile, Moscow remains a persistent threat. Vladimir Putin's strategy has been clear: prolong the conflict, wear down Ukraine's forces, and exploit political divisions. The Russian military's ongoing offensive has inflicted severe damage. Putin's directive is simple: achieve victory at all costs. Beyond the battlefield, political fractures are deepening. February 28th, 2025. Donald Trump and J.D. Vance criticize Zelensky, questioning Ukraine's reliance on U.S. aid. Washington's support wavers.
But you see, I think it's good.
What kind of diplomacy, J.D., you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Domestically, Zaluzhnyi's influence grows. As army chief since 2021, he commanded key victories, earning trust. In 2023, 88% of Ukrainians supported him, compared to Zelensky's 62%. Zaluzhnyi presented a stark assessment. The war is at a deadlock. Zelensky, focused on maintaining morale, disagreed. Their differences became public. By early 2024, tensions escalated. In February, Zaluzhnyi was dismissed. Officially, it was called a strategic reset. In reality, it marked a political shift. Zaluzhnyi was soon sent to London as Ukraine's ambassador to the UK, a move widely seen as an attempt to sideline him.
We have already reached a historically unprecedented level of cooperation with Britain. By the way, it was with Britain that we signed the first bilateral agreement on security guarantees. We must fully implement it for the sake of our joint strength. Today, I also approved the candidacy of our country's ambassador to Great Britain. General Valerii Zaluzhnyi told me about exactly such a direction for himself, a diplomatic one.
Polls fueled speculation. March 2024 surveys showed Zaluzhnyi outperforming Zelensky in a hypothetical election. His popularity posed a challenge to the president's authority. Putin capitalized on the division, citing these numbers as proof that Zelensky's leadership was weakening.
If negotiations start and the quick cancellation of martial law follows, elections will have to take place immediately, and this presents a serious problem for the current head of the regime. Because in reality, it doesn't matter whether his approval rating is 4% or something else. What matters is that, according to our data, which is objective, his rating is exactly half that of his closest potential political rival. That would be Mr. Zaluzhnyi, the former commander of Ukraine's armed forces, who has been sent into exile in London. His approval rating is twice as high.
March 2025. Zaluzhnyi remains politically quiet, but continues shaping discussions from London. In his writings, he stresses technological warfare and denies any political ambitions, at least for now. Elections remain off the table. With martial law in place since 2022, Zelensky's term officially ended in May 2024. However, polls indicate that 69% of Ukrainians support his continued leadership. Public trust remains divided. These data shows Zelensky's approval at 65%, up from 52% after Trump's criticism. However, Zaluzhnyi still commands 80% trust. His presence looms over Ukraine's political future. Some argue that delaying elections benefits Zelensky. Trump and Putin advocate for a vote. Zelensky counters with a different offer. He is willing to step down if Ukraine secures NATO membership and the protection of Article 5.
If to achieve peace you really need me to give up my post, I'm ready. I can trade it for NATO if there are such conditions. But instantly I don't want to talk about it for a long time. I am focused on Ukraine's security today, not in 20 years. I am not going to be in power for decades.
Zaluzhnyi, once the military's key strategist, was removed amid political calculations. Zelensky, still Ukraine's leader, faces pressure from allies, adversaries, and within his own ranks. For now, the question isn't just about war, it's about leadership. Will Ukraine's future be shaped by unity or political rivalry?